Hey guys, welcome back to Casey Farms. It's John. Last video we got rid of some of our chickens. This video we're getting ready to sell some more animals before winter comes. Let's check out what it is and why we're doing it. All right guys, we are actually getting rid of the sheep today, and it's not because we don't like them. It's just because we are concentrating. We do pigs very well. Make sure I'm not gonna hit this pig fence. And we do a lot of meat chickens, so we're trying to focus our goals and our time on the things that we do well. Now the sheep, there's nothing wrong with them. We've loved them. We just feel like we don't have enough time to do them correctly. We only got 2, if you guys remember, because we were wanting to see if it was something that we wanted to do long term. And we may get back into them, but right now we have decided to let them go. So it's always hard getting rid of an animal, but what makes it easy is when you know where they're going and how they're taken care of. And we're gonna go today, check out their farm and show you where they're going. All right, well, we have never loaded these guys. We've just rotated them with our electric netting. So, I mean, they're kind of used to us. You can see them running up here. Hey, Frida, hey, Judy. Those names just kind of stuck since Brooklyn gave them. So we're gonna see if we can get them loaded in the trailer. I'm gonna try a little bit of their feed and see if they won't go right up. Fingers crossed. Okay, I had one get out. Phew, I'm out of shape. We got Brooklyn out here, she helped me out. We are good. They're a little sketched out, but they're eating, they'll calm down. So we're gonna get on the road and let's go check out this new farm. All right guys, you saw the sheep get unloaded there. I'm here with Joel from CX Farms, and we met these guys actually at the farmers market. They got some chicken for us, and we've been out to their farm before, and they were kind enough to take the sheep for us, and we know they're gonna be in a good home. So Joel, CX Farms, kind of tell us what you do here.
Hi there. Yes, Joel, CX Farms. We've been doing this since winter of 2020, I think. I think the pandemic, cabin fever had us shut in, and so we wanted to try something new. We bought 15 ewes. There was a fellow in Kentucky looking to downsize his herd with winter coming on, and bought 15 ewes, and now we have 55. They multiply quickly, turns out.
Awesome. Yeah, it's kind of like chickens, but a little bit cooler. So what's the purpose? You guys eating? Are you selling? Are you selling breeders? What is the main goal for you guys right now?
Yeah, so we have a commercial herd, which means we're raising them to eat and to sell. The biggest market around here is Possum Hollow, and that's usually where we'll take the ones that we won't consume. But otherwise, yeah, we get them processed and have some in the freezer. We can send some home with you.
That'd be great. So we've got our 2 here, and they were happy. They told us we weren't sure exactly what good sheep look like, but they're happy with them. So we're happy that they're here, and we know they're going to have a good life. We're just going to walk around and check out some of their herd here. Besides sheep, Joel, what else you guys have here?
Well, I would say the farm favorites are probably a couple of pigs. We got some Cooney girls over there.
We're definitely going to check those guys out in a little bit.
They're super spoiled. Then we have 7 geese, 1 duck, 2 goats, 10 cats, and 5 dogs.
Perfect. I always need some cats when you have the farm. So how many acres do you guys have here?
It's just over 18 acres. So
okay. And I see they do rotationally graze, and they've got their paddocks. How many different paddocks do you guys have?
Let's see. I think probably at this point we're up to 8 or 9 paddocks.
Okay. And how long would you say that your sheep last in a paddock?
Oh, we're overstocked right now, so they've multiplied faster than we were prepared for. So if anybody's thinking about a sheep operation out there, I would say, you need to really focus on the grass first, and the sheep will,
I think that's what you told me last time. You're farming grass.
Yeah, you're a
sheep.
grass farmer. So we're a little behind on that. So they'll last in a paddock like that, the one they're in, for like a day.
Okay.
55 sheep will just mow that down.
All right, cool. Let's head over here and check them out. Who's this guy before we pass him up?
Oh, that's Moops.
Moops. And he's a...
she is a...
she.
A Nubian? Actually, I'm not sure. Goats are not my thing.
Okay.
I have to ask my wife, Nicole.
All right. We've got a little spoiled goat there.
Yeah, she's the fence inspector. If there are any problems with your fence, she's going to let you know.
All right, perfect.
So duck, a little limping duck.
All right. What kind of sheep mainly do you guys have, or is it a few different breeds, or?
Mostly all just Katahdin.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if any of them are purebred. I don't think so. I think some of them are, well, people tend to want to breed in Dorper with Katahdin because it has a meatier carcass.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that's what the if you've heard of the Royal White breed, it's actually a registered breed now. They come from Dorpers and Katahdin, I think.
All right.
So they're a blend of both.
So no wool sheep. All
no,
hair.
No wool sheep.
Too much work.
Too much work, and based on wool prices, you really don't do well on wool.
So before you guys moved here, were you doing any farming?
No, we lived in a little subdivision in Texas. So
awesome.
No farming there.
Okay, so how many, do you call them head of sheep?
Yeah, so 55 head, and there's a goat hiding in there too. It's Bobby.
All right. 55 sheep and a goat. And you said you guys move them daily?
Yes.
Try to move them at least daily?
Yep. And some of the bigger paddocks, they last a couple days.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, they'll need to come out of here
All
in
right.
the morning.
I see the goat.
Yeah, he's pretty tame.
And what kind of, these are geese over here?
Yeah, they came with a farm, and they we try to stop them from procreating, but they're persistent. So
okay.
They hide their eggs, and in the spring we'll end up with many more geese. You don't need any geese, do you?
No, we are all stocked up on geese. So, all right, cool. Well, here's their sheep. We are excited to have our sheep here, and obviously they're going to have plenty of sheep friends and a great place to live where they're rotated around on the fresh grass. There's one thing I do want to show you guys before we go, and that is their Cooney Pigs. Let's go check them out. All right, here is something we know a little bit about, a little better than the sheep, is their Cooney Pigs. Who's this here?
This is Puddle. Hi, Puddle.
Puddle.
She's finding some acorns.
Yeah. And as you guys can see, who's that one over there?
That's Toot.
Toot and Puddle. As you guys can see, they are not fenced in. Besides the perimeter fence on their house, these are some serious free-range Coonies. And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys said you do not feed these.
We feed them in the wintertime.
In the winter.
But in the summertime, they just eat grass.
Yeah, summertime, they are just out here, acorns, grass, anything that they can find. So first time we showed up here, these guys were just wandering the yard, and we were like, wow, that is awesome. So maybe one day, once we get some good perimeter fence on our property, we can have wandering Coonies. But how awesome is that? Just all over, wherever they want to go, wherever there's not a hot wire anyway. So that was Puddle, you said?
Puddle, yeah.
Puddle?
She's the more tame one.
Yeah.
Toot's a bit of a prima donna.
Okay. Well, let's give Toot some camera time here. Obviously just wandering around. You guys, there's no rooting anywhere that we've seen. If it is, I'm sure it's just minimal, but these guys just have free runs. So I definitely wanted to show you guys these two Coonies running around wherever they want to go. So I did see, is it all right if we show them the rams up here?
Sure.
2 rams. So around this way, they've got their 2 rams, correct? Is that what do we call the males?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and they are separated from the ewes, right? Is that the correct terminology?
We figured that out after a few seasons. That,
Okay.
You need to separate them probably around the 1st of June.
Okay.
Depending on your weather.
All right. And when are you guys going to put them back in?
December 1st.
December 1st.
And
Okay.
that gives you enough time in the spring to build up some good grass
Okay.
for the lambs, so your grass and pasture will be ready for the newbies.
Okay. And these are both Katahdin as well?
Yep, that's Squonk. He's the alpha male. They're all, rams are pretty tame. They'll usually come right up to you.
Yeah.
I think most of that is like the instinct to check you out and make sure you're not going to harm the herd.
Yeah.
But it ends up making them pretty tame.
Okay. And so they'll go in December 1st. And what's the gestation after they're bred?
5 months.
5 months. Okay. And do they normally have 1, 2, 3? What's
I would say
average?
it's probably an average like 1.6.
Okay. All right. So it can be more than 1, not just 1. What's the baby sheep called?
A lamb.
Lamb.
Yeah.
All right. 1 lamb every time. So these are the 2 rams. Those are pretty sweet looking.
This is called a beard.
Okay.
The alphas get that.
Okay.
Especially.
So he's not fixed. He just doesn't have a beard.
That's right.
Okay. Are they about the same age, or is he?
They are. Yeah, they're born within a few weeks apart.
Okay, so he won't grow the beard, huh? The littler
I'm
one?
not sure.
Okay. Just learning as we go here.
Yeah.
Perfect. So they do run the 2 strands of electric around the farm, and that's kind of what they're using everywhere. I was just talking to Joel about predators. They've had a couple issues with coyotes before they got the electric, but ever since, we haven't had any issues with the electric. So
Yeah, I would definitely recommend a hotter fence for sheep or probably goats because they have the woolly coat, especially in the wintertime.
yeah.
So the sheep is about 10,000 volts. I can attest to that. It'll get your attention.
Yeah.
And I feel like the vegetation grows up and it touches the bottom wire, and you can see the fence is really good about draining, like sapping the juice out of the vegetation.
Right.
But it makes that pop, and I think that pop, pop, pop is what keeps the coyotes away. I think
Perfect.
They're afraid of that, and we haven't had any problems with predators since we put it up.
Awesome. Well, man, we appreciate you showing us around the farm. We know that our sheep are going to be in a good home, and so thank you for taking the time to show us around today.
Yeah, happy to get them. Thanks.
All right, guys, we are on our way home. I hope you guys enjoyed their farm. What an awesome place. It's a great place for our sheep. What did you just tell me?
I'm so glad that our sheep are there.
Yeah, it's always hard to get rid of animals that you've raised up, but when you know they're going to a place like that, who's going to take care of them and do the things that need to be done with the sheep better than what we have been doing or what we can do, and they're with a bunch of other sheep, not just the 2 of them. So Joel and Nicole, thank you guys so much for letting us tour your farm, and thank you for taking our sheep in. We appreciate you guys and know they're gonna have a great life. And thank you guys, man. They gave us some lamb. Check this out. So this showed us We've never had lamb before.
So we have the
We've got some ground lamb and some ribs. So now we have a place where we can get some lamb. We're excited to try that. We're gonna get some recipes, and that way we don't ruin it, because I know that meat is gonna be fantastic. But we appreciate you guys following along today. That's what happened with our sheep. That's why we don't have them anymore, and they're in a great place. If you guys haven't already,
Make sure you like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram and also Facebook, and don't forget to make the change.
all right guys, we'll see you on the next video.